I'm back and I am making chicken parmesan. It was actually requested by someone and it is very last minute, so I hope you guys enjoy this modified recipe of chicken parmesan. So let's get started. So I didn't feel like making marinara sauce from scratch, so I just got Prego Marinara and I'm just gonna spice it up. Really simple to do. I'm just adding the full jar of marinara sauce to a pot over medium-low heat. And then I'm just going to add some crushed tomatoes to the mixture. And then I'm going to add a can of tomato paste to the mixture. So now I'm just adding about a tablespoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm adding about a half a tablespoon of oregano, ground oregano. And you just want to mix that together. And once you see your sauce is boiling, you can just cut it down to a low temperature and just let it simmer the entire time we're making our chicken. You don't have to do anything to it. Just let all of the ingredients infuse together. So I just want to emphasize what I'm doing to the breadcrumbs before we bread our chicken. I am adding Parmesan cheese to the mixture, and I'm going to mix it all together with some pepper, some salt, and some paprika, and just mix that all together. And this is, of course, going to be your breading agent for your Parmesan chicken. So now we have our ingredients to bread our chicken. We have flour, we have egg wash, and we have our, of course, breadcrumbs with Parmesan cheese. Now, when we're breading these, you guys can try to do the dry, wet hand method. I always try and I always fail. It's pretty much when you use one hand for the dry ingredients and one hand for the wet ingredients, but I always get distracted and I always end up mixing my hands and it just creates a mess. But as you can see, I'm using my left hand to coat the flour on the chicken first, and you want to make sure you coat it thoroughly. And then take the chicken and dip it into the egg wash. Make it disappear. Just dip the whole thing in the egg wash. You want the egg to coat the chicken thoroughly. And once you make sure that the egg wash is coated, you want to take it and pat the breadcrumbs with the cheese and the seasonings in on your chicken. I typically like to try to massage it in so it can form a nice crust when we fry it. So now that all of your chicken is coated, you are ready to fry them. So I just have some oil in the pan, not that much, on a medium-low heat, and I'm just carefully placing them into the pan to fry. I'm going to fry these on each side for about 5 to 6 minutes. You don't want to burn your cheese, and you don't want to overcook these because they're still going to cook in the oven. Now I'm just checking on this sauce that we had simmering now for about 20 minutes, and it looks really good and it smelled really good. And at this point you can add some fresh basil to your sauce. Okay, let's get back to the chicken. After about 6 minutes, you want to flip these and they should look golden brown like this. And you want to cook these for an additional 5 to 6 minutes. And once they're fully cooked, you can remove them to the side and let them drain. And repeat these steps for the rest of your chicken. I don't know if I told you guys, but I got these chicken breast fillets, I guess. They were thinly sliced at the store. You can buy them like this, or you can cut them like this and then pat them down to make them flat. But now that all of my chicken is done, I am placing them into my tin pan. I love these because they're disposable, easy cleanup. And that marinara sauce that we had, that right there, look how good it looks. I'm just placing a little bit of that sauce in the center of the chicken for each one, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. And then I'm gonna place it into a 400-degree oven for about, I didn't even time it, I'm not gonna lie, until your cheese is nicely melted and, a little bit browned on top. So now I'm ready to cook my noodles. So I'm just gonna add a couple of pinches of salt and about a tablespoon of olive oil to my water. And once the water starts boiling, you want to add your noodles and allow your noodles to cook for about 9 minutes or until they become al dente. And then once they're fully cooked, you can drain your noodles. And I like to add a little bit of olive oil and some pepper, and then I'm just gonna mix it around. And then I added about 3 scoops of marinara sauce to it, just to lightly, get it mixed in for when I do presentation. Alright, so I checked on my chicken and they came out the oven looking like this. Drops mic. Alright, let me pick the mic back up because it's presentation time, because we know presentation is key. So I wish I would have recorded me twisting the noodles like this, but all I did was take a fork and swirl it around until you can't swirl no more. And then you simply just want to take it and carefully place it on the plate and slide the fork out like I just did. And of course, this is a different angle, but I'm still not showing you me twisting it. But you just twist it and place it on the plate, and then add a little bit of that marinara sauce on top. And then I just simply cut up the Parmesan chicken and carefully place them alongside the pasta. And of course, parsley is for the garnish. And that's it. It's not that hard to make. It just looks hard, but it's not. And it's really, really good and really, really tasty and really, really yummy, delicious, nutritious. I don't know another word that rhymes with it, so I'm going to say ishes. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.